Briggs & Forrester behavioural safety campaign, Our Sight, Our Safety, Our Lives, aims to increase awareness of how behavioural safety affects ourselves and others to help prevent accidents by improving attitudes towards safety, encouraging safe behaviour, eliminating unsafe behaviour. There are several behavioural causes that contribute to accidents in the workplace. A selection of these include project pressures, including time, resource and costs. The typical phrase, "we've got to get the job done," is a common excuse. Cutting corners by taking unnecessary risks, working on autopilot, ignoring safety procedures, in particular method statement risk assessments, our emotions, which may include personal problems, our mood, or just having a bad day. Habitual or learnt behaviours, not voicing concerns, issues or hazards to the relevant supervisors or management, or due to a lack of or inadequate understanding of the tasks, risks, or associated control measures. Our attitudes influence our behaviours and the decisions that we make on a daily basis. A simple decision can have significant consequences, not only for yourself, but potentially others, such as your loved ones. As you can see, there were several contributing factors that resulted in a tragic outcome. Time was prioritised over safety throughout, whether it was understanding the RAMs, actively participating in the safety briefing, or complying with safe systems of work. The Safe Start process is fundamental to understand the risks, site activities, and your working environment prior to starting work. Safe systems of work are devised to protect not only yourself, but others working on site. These provide instructions on how to complete your work safely and must be followed in all cases. We can all be easily tempted to cut corners, especially to save time. However, these can have the most severe consequences. So why do we take risks at work? As previously referenced, the lack of time is a common reason for non-compliance. Sometimes activities that have been completed in a certain manner pose risks that can now be mitigated through improved safety practices. The common justification, "we've always done it that way," does not constitute an acceptable excuse. Levels of risk awareness can differ between individuals. Therefore, it is of utmost importance that you thoroughly understand your risk assessment and outline control measures. Actively participate in the Safe Start process and monitor any changes of conditions to your work environment. Sometimes we can become ignorant to the severity of risk and the potential consequences. We must ensure that we appreciate the significance of our actions and the potential outcomes. Competence is key. Sufficient knowledge, understanding and training gives you the tools to carry out your works correctly and safely. Positive attitudes towards safety are the foundations of a good health and safety culture. By coming to work with the right attitude, you give yourself and others the best opportunity of ensuring everyone goes home unharmed. We must ensure that hazards are reported immediately or mitigated where safe to do so. This helps to prevent injuries to others and therefore significantly reduces risk. Excuses such as "I'm too busy" or "it's not my responsibility" can lead to serious accidents occurring. We are all responsible for the safety of ourselves and others. A workplace injury can have significant consequences that can affect us and others in many ways: physically, financially, emotionally, and mentally. Physical effects can be potentially life-changing or worse, life-threatening. Consider being unable to undertake the most common day-to-day activities through the loss of physical abilities or loss of senses, such as sight. Think about how this may affect you, your friends, or your family. Financial repercussions as a result of reduced or no income could place considerable strain on your financial commitments or affairs. Mortgages, rent, household bills and living expenses could all be affected, including your ability to afford leisure activities with family and friends. The emotional impact of an injury has the potential to be incredibly damaging. The stresses of an accident and the after effects can significantly increase and prolong the trauma for not only the injured person, but also those around them. All these consequences can have a detrimental effect on the mental health of all involved. By making the right decisions, it can all be avoided. Just one accident can impact many: family, friends, colleagues, medical staff, as well as countless others. The number is undeterminable. How would you feel if you saw a colleague injured as a result of your actions or your inactions when you could have prevented it? Our site, our safety, our lives consists of three key elements: others, understanding, and responsibility. When considering others, you must not put others on site at risk from your acts or omissions. You must consider who else may be affected by your actions, and you must report hazards or mitigate where possible. Don't walk by. You should fully understand your tasks, the RAMs, site or company rules. Remember, review before you do. You should understand your work process, environment, and associated hazards. Ensure that you are competent for the task, and you should understand your responsibility to voice health and safety concerns. You are responsible for complying with your legal duties. You must be responsible for your own actions, and we want you to be a leader and lead by example. Health and safety is everyone's responsibility. In summary, you need to consider how your actions could affect others. You need to understand the hazards, risks, controls, and most importantly, safe system of work in place. You must take responsibility for safety. And finally, don't walk by. If something looks wrong, it probably is.